Welcome to the 101st episode of the Magic for Life podcast. I'm going to cue the theme song and then I'll tell you all about some of our upcoming plans for the podcast. Hi, my name is Michael Johnson. I'm a ballroom dance professional, a life coach, and a peak performance expert. I'm part of a group of motivated people who are dedicated to attaining emotional mastery and unlocking our full potential. We've realized life is a dance. The ups and downs can spin you out of your mind, but it's time to take back control. It's time to become a lifer. We don't believe others are responsible for how we feel. In fact, we don't believe anyone can make us feel anything. We are a new breed of overachievers. Emotional mastery is our journey, and unlocking our full potential is the key. Welcome to the journey. We are lifers, and this is Magic for Life. What's up, lifers? Michael Johnson in the Magic for Life podcast. We're so glad that you joined us here today, and how cool is that to have it on video. We're going to now be posting all of our podcasts on YouTube. So for those of you out there listening on iTunes or Stitcher or Spotify, know that you can go to YouTube and you can see the podcast live. I know some of you love to watch it on video, so we're going to start posting those on video now. So go to the YouTube channel and like and subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you know when we post a new one. And we're also, by popular demand, we're going to be posting all of our back episodes, just the audio on YouTube as well. So keep an eye out for those. We'll be posting those over the next little while. You'll be getting all of the earlier episodes on YouTube as well. So if you love YouTube and you love to listen to all your stuff on YouTube, you can go and find us there on the Magic for Life YouTube channel. So we're excited to bring this to you. It's something we wanted to do for a while, but it's just taken us a little while to ramp it up and be able to get it on board. Welcome to my little workspace. And as you can see, we got lots of whiteboards and different things going on behind us. We'll use different backgrounds. Sometimes we'll use the Magic for Life banner, but sometimes I'll also just record out in the wild, just because sometimes you don't know it, but sometimes when I'm recording the podcast, I just come up with an idea and I know I have to share it with you guys and get you that awesome information. And so then I send it to the team and they go and put it all together for you. So we're excited to be able to bring you this. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. So we'd love to hear back from you. Let us know what you love. Let us know what you like. We'd love to hear your comments. You can also send in reviews if you'd like to info@magicforlife.com. If you send in a great review, we'll mention you on the podcast and read your review. So we would love to hear from you, and we're so excited to be able to go into this new phase of being able to bring you the podcast over video, as well as continue to do audio in the background as well. So anyway, like I said, we're super excited to be able to build our YouTube channel. If there's interviews or topics that you'd love us to cover, we're always wanting to hear from you guys. What is challenging you most in terms of dealing with your emotions and doing your emotions? I know it's a challenge. It's kind of fun to be able to see the video live, and so we're excited to have you there watching this, but we would also love to hear from you. So please let us know some of the topics that are challenging. Are you having a hard time with goals? Are you having a hard time with a particular emotion? Remember, emotions you can turn on, and this is our whole premise. So if you've been listening to the podcast, maybe you're listening to it right now on one of the other channels, go find us on YouTube. And some of the things, we'll do some things where we get out a whiteboard and write stuff down. Sometimes when I record here, I can actually use the software that I'm using to kind of use a whiteboard and write some stuff down for you guys so that you can see it. So in some instances on the podcast on YouTube, you'll be able to get a little bit more out of the video because I can write things down on the screen and you guys can take some notes and do some cool things. So, without further ado, the last episode that we talked about was gratitude and about our New Year's resolution. And one of the things that I wanted to do with you guys is start the process of the follow through. What are you going to do this year? And this was a big deal over the last couple of podcasts But what are you going to do in this coming year to change your life, to take your life to the next level and really step it up a notch? What are you going to change in your life? You can look back at your last year and see, what things did you do well? And it's important that you look at what you do well. I find it so fascinating how many people spend so much time working on the things that they're bad at. And I understand that we want to improve and we want to get better at the things that maybe we fall short at. But you have some special skills. You've learned along the way, you've combined, you've created over your lifetime. And with those special skills, you've learned to be you, to have the unique blend of who you are and what you do and what you offer. And it's time to bring that out and to share it and present it with the world. And I want to help you do that. So right now, let's take a few moments. If you haven't done it yet, I mean, I've begged you along the way, the last few episodes, to really get out a piece of paper, something simple. Let's see. I love. You see, if you could see my desk. I love my note cards. And I have all the fancy technology to go with it. I love my remarkable tablet. So if you don't use one of these or you haven't seen them, they're awesome. It's like writing on paper, but it's all digital. So I have my tablet that I use, but I also love to use note cards. And so my desk is filled with note cards. And then when I'm done with them, I either throw them away or use them for something else. But, take out your notebook. If you don't have a notebook, maybe just grab a 25-cent one from Walmart. I used to carry around tons of spiral notebooks, and it was awesome. I loved it. But it got a little hard to organize, and that's why I decided to invest in one of these cool little remarkable tablets. So you should definitely do that. It's remarkable.com. I don't get any sort of affiliate commission or anything for that. I don't know that they do that. But anyway, you can go in and you can just open up a simple page and just start to write. And what are you going to write about? Well, you're going to write about what you'd like your life to look like. And what would you like it to look like? What would you enjoy in the coming year? What if you could make a difference in somebody else's life? What if you could finally go after that thing that you've been putting off, or that thing that maybe you gave up on years back? And I know exactly what that's like because, I've always loved personal development. Obviously those of you out there know I did ballroom and still teach some and coach some. But I love personal development. I love not only trying to grow myself, but I love helping people get that moment when they're excited and they go, oh my gosh, yes, that's my thing. And I'd love you to find that. And sometimes it's really easy. Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I gave up on this. But years back, I decided to give up on my personal development path that I was on. I had already started into the Magic for Life company, and I decided that maybe that wasn't for me. Maybe it wasn't in my stars, and I kind of gave up on it and moved into teaching dance a little bit more. And again, I've been teaching dance since I was 13. But I sort of walked away from that personal development side, and I kick myself now because I should have just continued and persevered through it. But now, it's been a few years, 3 or 4 years back in the game again and doing it. And that's why you're listening here. And I'd love for you to find your thing. Is it that you gave up tennis, or did you stop doing something that you were good at, that you loved? And it could be something that you just have a passion for. It doesn't have to be some epic thing. You can change the world doing little things. And it's massively important that you find what drives and pulls your soul. Because, I was talking to my son, and there are tons of YouTubers out there, right? And they influence a lot of people, and it doesn't matter what your thing is. You know, you could be one of the famous YouTubers out there that talks about Minecraft, and this helps fulfill somebody's life. This channel of talking about Minecraft. And if you don't know what that is, it's a video game that is probably one of the most popular video games in the world. I think they have 75 million subscribers every month playing the game. So there's a huge market out there for it. But these YouTubers that are out there talking about it have created a following of millions of followers to brighten their world. You know, it's a different world. It's not necessarily all about TV anymore. Now it's about the YouTube channels, and that's great. So it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how minor you think your thing is. There's a niche out there for you. There's a space for you to live what you're passionate about and talk about it, and learn and grow in it, and be the expert in your field. And you know, I have lots of suggestions for you along the way about how you can follow it, but we've got to start with something simple, finding your thing, right? And going after your thing, and being able to do what you love to do. And this is huge. This is huge. So go brainstorm. And this is, you know, sometimes overlooked, this idea, but sometimes it's hard to be able to come up with these ideas because you're afraid that if you put it down that you might have to do it. No, 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 no. Take your page, take your blank piece of paper, and then just start writing down all the things that you love to do. What are you passionate about? You know, and I saw something really fascinating that surprised me. It was a show. Some of you have seen this zombie show, The Walking Dead, but they had created a whole show, a whole talk show that would come on after the show for everybody to talk about what went on in this show, and speculation about what's coming up and what they're doing and what they thought this meant and what the characters are doing and the development. And that's how popular this show was, that there was a show made off of the show. And so it doesn't matter really what thing you're into. So I'd like to really encourage you to go and find that thing. And today is the time. Today is the time. This is New Year's Day. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Everything that's happened before, not really real, because you've changed it in your head. Everything that's going to happen in the future is yet to be written or created. You get to create it. And so I want to encourage you right now to take a step forward. And it's just a simple step. It starts with a simple goal, and not necessarily even your goal. I call them lighthouses because it's a beacon out ahead on the shore of your ocean. And it's shining to you, and it's going, come, follow me. And there's maybe a bunch of lighthouses that you have out there. And choosing one or choosing a combination of them to start heading in the right direction. This is so important. If you don't know what you want, somebody else will decide for you. And can you really afford to live another day where somebody else is deciding for you? I don't think you can. I don't think you can wait one more day. And it's not a New Year's resolution. This is a shift. This is, we're getting to a crossroads and we're deciding to go this way instead of that way. And this way includes you going and finding what fulfills your soul. And it may take some work, and I encourage you to not let that hold you back. But it starts simple. It starts simple. You don't have to give up everything you're doing. You have to slowly go at it. And so I encourage you today to take that paper out and write down a whole bunch of things that you're interested in, that you love, things that move you. Is it music? Is it a type of music? Is it playing Magic the Gathering cards? Is it helping people learn another language? What is it that you love and you're passionate about and that fills your soul and really connects with you on a deep level. Let's find those things. Let's write down those things. Maybe you know what it is. Maybe you already said, yeah, that's it. I've just been ignoring it and blocking myself to it. And maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for you to step up and do that. Now, we'll talk about that over the coming days, and we're going to talk about how to move towards your thing and find fulfillment. And I want to really push and encourage you to do it. So thank you so much for joining me on my first video episode on YouTube of the podcast. For those of you out there that are listening to this on your normal channels, go find me on YouTube and go like and subscribe. If you haven't liked and subscribed the podcast on your iTunes or in Stitcher, Spotify, please do that. It lets us know that there are lots of people coming on board. Please share this with a friend if there's somebody that would value and gain value from the podcast. So I'm super excited to have you join me. I'm excited to be able to talk with you somewhat face-to-face, and we'd love to hear back from you. So like I said, if you have a review, please send it in. I'd love to mention you and give you a shout out on the podcast. So send in a review, info@magicforlife.com, and welcome to 2020. Let's try to see things clear. I know that's a little cliche. We're going to see things 2020. But it's time. It's time to get clear on our path and our journey and the direction we're going. And I'm excited to share this with you along the way and be able to give you another place where you can watch it. So anyway, share this with your friends. Tell everybody about the Magic for Life podcast, and we'll see you at the next podcast. Thanks for joining me today. Take care. Bye-bye. Want more Magic for Life? If so, then reserve your copy of my new book. Get your copy at everyminutebook.com. Inside this book, you'll find the secrets to attaining the next level of performance in anything you do. Learn the secrets behind emotional mastery that'll start you on your new journey of being a lifer. Whether you're an athlete, a business professional, or an artist, this book will change your life forever. Get your copy reserved today.